Alrighty, let's go ahead and get this drink. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in that technicolor rainbow in between, it's your boy Big Herb.
How were you fucking
Hey, let's go. Let's keep going. No,
we're not gonna just not acknowledge this.
All right.
It's Rita. Start again.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in that technicolor rainbow in between, it's your boy Big Herb.
My ass is here too. Go ahead.
It wouldn't be a show without this shit. So, Trey, unfortunately, the big homie Trey Proper is not here today. He has to go pay some bills. So he will be back next week. And we hope you're safe out in these streets, homie.
Yeah, we had to stroke his ego really, really quick. Let him know that we miss him and make him feel all important and shit. Yeah, Trey, you get it.
And I'm going to tear that motherfucker right back down. The show's going to be funnier because he's not here. Let's keep it going.
By the way, stop saying we in this thing, bruh.
Stop. We don't like that. Yeah.
We don't like that.
Oh, and Cam's not here. Let's not forget about Cam.
Yeah, Mr. Petty himself. And with that being said, we have ourselves a guest this week. He has his own platform on IG. He goes by the name of Overtime Sims. How you doing, sir?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Overtime Sims, the digital godfather. Good to be on Blurs and Whiskey. How y'all feeling today?
All right, and so what we drinking this week before we go into more about Mr. Overtime? Herb, what we drinking?
We are drinking this week, as you guys saw on our IG page, we are drinking a throwback to the late, great Tupac Shakur, Thug's Passion, Alizé and Hennessy. So that's exactly what I got in this cup that's in my Blurs and Whiskey mug.
So since we drinking hood shit, I'm hooding it up. I got the 2 solo cups.
And I decided to be Bougetto and put mine in the wine glass with a straw.
I decided to take it to the West Coast with a little bit of less smoke.
All righty then. Okay.
Man.
And with that being said, let's get into these church announcements this week. So, guys, did you guys hear about they're having, since everything's been going on in the world as far as with the really bad treatment with African Americans, the NFL decided to go ahead and play the song "Lift Every Voice and Sing" during week 1 of the NFL season.
You mean pandering? They're doing more
pretty much,
like
yeah. Because I just think it's bullshit. Until they actually take the time out to actually say that they're going to do this the whole entire year, it's pandering to me. Don't just do this shit just for the first week and then go on.
It's more shit that we didn't ask for. We're asking for equality, not for them to play this song that literally 50% of the black people in there are going to not know the second verse to. We didn't ask for this. Just give us equality.
That's why they make the hymn books, though. They put it in the hymn book on purpose because
when they go to the second verse, everybody uniformly is going.
All I gotta do is put it on Scantron and just read the cover.
But yeah, also
see, the new churches nowadays though is putting the lyrics up on the screen.
So,
that's what they're doing now.
So I just think it's kind of like bullshit, to be honest with you. But moving forward, let's talk about the late great Kobe Bryant. He will be the cover athlete of the 2K21 NBA 2K21. So that's pretty dope. And what's his name?
Damien. So what happens is 2K, when they release 2K, the basketball game every year, they have multiple covers, right? And there's multiple copies. So the original cover athlete, so the regular version, the regular $60 version is going to be Damian Lillard. But if you pay a little bit extra, you're going to get this
Kobe Bryant.
Art, it's an art version of Kobe Bryant. It looks immaculate. I've seen the painting of it. It looks pretty damn good. I don't know if I'm going to pay like the $90 for it, but because I don't play 2K.
I'll print you out whatever you want, and I'll put on the cover of your 2K 2020.
But yeah, also I think Zion Williams is on there too. But anyway, besides that, shout out to Kobe. We miss you, dog. Raise a shout out for him. So
to Bean.
Wait, and we got Alizé
and Mamba.
So you know we gotta pull one out. This is for my homie. You know,
Mama mentality.
Can't forget about Mambasita either.
Exactly.
Oh shit.
No, it's Mambasita. Yeah.
No,
also,
when you said that, you made me think about my drunk ass. You made me think about Cedar's World when we was talking about it.
I knew that.
Wow.
We gonna save it. We gonna save it.
Just move on. Just move forward. But anywho, yeah. So the Redskins. You guys know how I feel about them as of late. Can you give me 1 second? Can you 1 second before you start? Just give me 1 second. Ahead.
Stop with the fucking Redskin potato jokes. It's not funny. It's not funny. Stop doing it. People have been doing it for 15 years. It's not funny. Stop doing it. I hate it. It's dumb. It's dumb. We all know the team. We all know the team name is racist. We all know the history of George Preston Marshall. May he rot in shit. Stop with the Redskin potato jokes.
But the potatoes are good though.
So
clearly you've never
roasted red potatoes with some olive oil and a little bit of Himalayan salt.
No. First off, both of y'all have never had a Yukon Gold that's been mashed with a little bit of garlic and some parsley in that bitch.
Is that an invite?
Huh?
But let's stay on topic real quick. So there's been investors pretty much advising these big name companies like FedEx, PepsiCo, and Nike. Just in case you guys didn't know, the partial owner of the Redskins is the CEO of FedEx, and he came out and said, "Hey, you guys need to go ahead and change this name." PepsiCo said that they was going to do. They say, "Hey, you guys should change your name." Nike, I think, did the best out of everything. Didn't say shit. Just completely just took all the Redskins stuff off the actual page. There's no Redskins paraphernalia at all, so you can't buy it. So I just think, it's time for a change. Damn it, we're in 2020. If somebody's offended by it and it's a big group that's offended by it, change the fucking name. That's all.
It's been offensive. This is nothing new. Yeah. So, I feel like it's more of the same though. Like we've been asking for change. We've been asking for equality. And at least this time, as far as the Redskins are concerned, and I can't really speak for everybody else, they're actually doing something about it. Exactly. But everywhere else, we're not getting shit done. They're just giving us everything but what the fuck we've been asking for. So,
yeah. OCG has something to say about this. What you got to say, brother?
All right. So when it comes to the whole Redskins thing, and it's really annoying because everybody goes, well, this is history. This is what we've already had. You know what else is history? Hunting people down by the name of Redskin.
Yep.
I will pay you $20, $5, whatever back then, for a Redskin scalp. Like that's it was a slur then. It's a slur now. Let's get over it. Let's go ahead and move on.
Bro, I honestly, we need to change. A lot of these team names need to be changed. You know what I mean? It's time for the Cleveland Indians to change their name. You know what I mean? They got rid of that racist ass mascot that they had, but now it's time to change the name. No. The Indians had
the Indian version of Sambo, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people love to use that. Oh, this is history, and this is. Come on, man, stop that. Be a human being.
You know what they sound like though, Rick? They sound like those same motherfuckers who think the Confederate flag is pretty much it's history. It's history.
Well, because they're the same people. They're also the same people that when you say Black Lives Matter, like to say all lives matter.
Well, we can't forget about the OJ believers. With the Denver Broncos, they got to get rid of that name. Every time I see a white Bronco, I get reminded that OJ was allegedly murder on him. And I want that name changed too. I'm sorry.
This Bama.
By the way,
I said it.
Hey, real quick. Hey, Herb, that's comedic timing. That is comedic timing right there. You on your way. You the next Lenny Bruce.
I was like, where's he going with? Oh, yeah. But yeah, so also one thing we have to say, because this week is the music episode. So we have a thing that we're going to be talking about later on. That is called it's called the worst movie that's a musical, or anything that you think that was a terrible music movie. Be sure to go ahead and put that later on in the show. We will bring it up, so make sure you got it on you.
Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments. I'm sorry, Rick is throwing me off right now, man.
Yo, are you about to get fired for being Trey's replacement? I feel like
look here.
Are you about to get fired?
We got a whole goddamn show today, okay?
Turbo.
Don't come for me right now.
Turbo.
It's a long day. Definitely gonna be a long show.
Wait a minute. I need a 20. Yo, Herb, you completely skipped over your marker. You supposed to... Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest. His name is Overtime Sims. We're gonna give him a couple minutes to talk about himself real quick. Overtime, let the people know who you are.
A couple of minutes would be way too long, but hello everyone. My name is Overtime Sims. As they said, this show is a music episode, and I am a musician in some form or facet. But I'm here to tell you about my TV show, Overtime TV, Overtime Radio, where we provide content where you can laugh at, cry with, but mostly heal from. So that's what I do. I produce cartoons for the kids, cartoons for the adults, books for the kids, and books for the adults. As long as you're willing to heal, I'm down for the thrill. I just made that up on the spot.
That's the weed talking for him.
So you be making hentai, is what you saying?
Jesus Christ.
We just talked about this a couple episodes
How did we get
ago,
there?
so it makes sense for me to bring it up because
Tell
he
me
said
what's
he was
hentai.
making animation.
Educate me on hentai.
No, we don't.
Not right now.
So,
Moving forward.
Wrong show.
But
Yeah.
that's what I am.
So, read it. Did you have something to add to this announcement?
I did. So a lot of people don't know because I don't really broadcast it. My brother is Caleb Williams, and right now he's the number one high school draft pick in the entire country, not just DC and Maryland, but the country. And so last night, recruit, whatever, y'all know.
No. You got to say recruit, because if not,
okay, my bad, recruit.
Come
but
on, Herb.
I am going to put out there in the universe that this nigga will go number one when it's
And I'm touching and agreeing with her in Jesus' name.
Anywho, so he's the number one recruit in the nation right now. He attends Gonzaga in DC, and he has been like in Sports Illustrated and a couple other things. He's born because he went to the wrong school, but that's on him. But right now, he picked his school that he's going to go to live on CBS, and he's going to attend Oklahoma University when it's time for him to go. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of everything that he's become. I'm so amazed at how humble he has remained during this time. I would like for him to text me back every now and then, but my dad lets me know what's up, so I'll take that. But he's a busy man.
He better watch out for those snow bunnies out in Oklahoma.
So
yeah.
So real quick, Oklahoma is doing a lot of recruiting in this area. Like they're grabbing up a lot of our best players every year. So soon Norman is about to be looking like Little PG County or Little Northeast or something like that.
For real.
Because they actually took one of my guys who is up there right now, who is gonna be playing on the offensive line up there. So hey man, y'all pay attention to Oklahoma because they getting real DMV heavy.
Yeah. I will definitely be out there to try to watch as many games as I possibly can. So I'm just so proud of him. And yeah, so if you want to get like my brother, well, he don't take it, but I'm gonna let Rick take the reins on this so that we can get paid.
So let's try and smooth this transition out a little bit more. Her little brother's nickname that they call him is Superman, and if you want to get your own Superman on, then you should go ahead and click the link for FNX Fit. Go on blurredsandwhiskey.com, go to FNXFit.com to get your BCAAs, your whey protein, your super green vitamins, everything that you need, your collagen, everything that you need to be able to be your fittest self. That's why I'm wearing this dry fit shirt to show off the guns. But you just go on FNX Fit, you put in our promo code FNX Blurs 13. You can be the best self, or you can be, you know what I mean, your own Superman or Superwoman if you want. Unlike OT, who's eating a parfait for some reason.
If you couldn't see it,
It's
weed is killing
eating
him, man.
ice cream.
It's
Yeah.
Tentamilini. It's healthy.
It is Talenti.
What?
It's not
No.
Tetatolini. It's Talenti. God damn it.
That's because you ain't had it the way I make it.
Overtime
Real quick, I want to add in there because I was telling y'all how I've been on my little exercise, like journey, because I'm trying to get my cash money needs together. And I'm also, trying to get my MILF on,
Yes.
I'm also trying to get my baby Puma on, not Cougar, because I ain't quite old enough, but my baby Puma status is definitely in effect. So I've been taking my FNX Fit, my pre-workout, and then my recovery, and I've actually lost 0 pounds, but
With 2
I have
T's.
lost inches, and I've lost about 3 inches in my waist since I've been taking it. And I've also lost 3 inches in my upper fupa area, which is a part of the stomach region. But that region, y'all know what it is. But
I was about to applaud that, but
well.
I was about to applaud that, but then you talking about your fupa, so I mean, I guess.
Listen.
Hey, fupas matter, man.
I know, but I mean, I was like,
I need you to
to my cousin's fupa. I
need you to calm down, Jada. I need you to calm down.
Fupa inches matter. Oh shit.
Oh man, Jesus Christ!
Let's reel it in.
So, this past week, I wanted to ask you guys, what y'all thinking about the latest versus battle between Fab and Jadakiss?
I love when niggas is on camera being drunk, so I enjoyed it.
We'd have an entire show about drinking, which is what we're doing right now. And your boy Overtime is, taking up the reefer end of it. So yeah, I mean, we can't really get mad at them.
That was his point.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, so I mean, me personally, I feel like Jada had the better hood albums in my opinion, but if you're going with more commercial, Fab is actually leads the way in that one. But me personally, because Fab made a lot of stuff for the ladies, so I mean he's getting his LL on for the majority of his career, but he could spit. I just feel, me personally, I like that hood shit, so I had to go with Jada on a lot of these hood joints.
And add to that, Herb, Jadakiss sold a lot of Pyrex. That's like, you want to talk about commercials? Jadakiss sold a lot of plates, a lot of utensils to cook that shit with. Fab sold some music, but Jada sold some products. We got to give it to him.
Yo.
So
I'm just amazed at how much better your comedic timing is than Herb's, because
it's fucking incredible. Like, it's throwing me off because I'm usually used to having like to pick up a joke like a sack of potatoes and try to carry that motherfucker a little bit. But you just giving me these lobs and I'm just like, wait a minute, should I catch that? I don't know what to do.
Execute, because I think I'm funny. # Make sure y'all check me out. I got a comedy album on iTunes, all that good stuff. I do think I'm funny, so check me out. I got more of that little quick wit,
Oh man.
Can you do that half for me just one more time? Because it was so accurate.
Which one?
The way it sounded.
And just like that, he fucked it up. So
no, I'm saying it sounds just like Jada. It does. You can't say it ain't sound just like how you do.
It does.
no, I give you props. It did. But that versus also spawned a nice little new hashtag for the summer. #Jada Drunk, which I'm about to get right now on this shit.
Well, if we drinking Alizé, I mean, yeah.
Oh,
We don't have no choice. Hopefully everybody ate before we started, because if not, it's about to get real bad.
Real quick, I gotta apologize to the audience real quick. That was a piece of pineapple in my shaker bottle. Clearly, I'm already there. We gon' make it.
Oh man. So the homie Mr. Petty, Cam himself, is what do y'all drink? We drinking the what's the name?
Thug
Passion.
Thug Passion, baby.
Yeah, so but yeah,
we heard it was the bomb.
Yeah.
We got it going on.
I'm crip walking right now. You can't see it.
OCG has something to say.
We got 40 more minutes of this debauchery.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, so let's get into this throwback show of the week. So this week, since it's a music episode, I figured, hey, what the hell? Why don't we talk about Rap City, the basement? So basically, it was a music video TV program on BET. It was hosted by Big Tigger. I didn't even know it was on for 19 years. He also did a lot of interviews with a lot of people that's influencing hip hop. And the one thing that I love the most is that, and OCG will tell you about this, is the booth. A lot of people, your rappers, you get in the booth, and we'll find out if you can really spit or not. Just a little thing that I want to say about it. One of my I had a few that was my favorites when people went in the booth. I felt like Ludacris, Jay-Z, and Lil Wayne was my favorites that went in the booth. What was some of y'all's?
The original Kanye. With the book bag.
I was about to say, you're talking about small backpack wearing Kanye.
The backpack Kanye. That one. He was one of my favorites. Shit. Come back to me because I can't think of the other ones. But that one was one of my favorites.
What'd you think, OC?
Busta Rhymes had a real good one. You know what I'm saying? When the cast of that group, that TV show, when the band was
making
the band.
Dylon.
Hey,
talk about nostalgia, bro. You just took me back.
Hey, bro, real quick. It's funny that you mentioned that. One of the things that people sleep on from that show, Ness was a good ass rapper.
Ness
could flow his ass off. See, that was one of my favorite times. All of my favorite booth moments have been named. I love Busta Rhymes. Ludacris got in there and set that bitch on fire.
Man, that was gonna be my other one.
The only thing he was missing was some kerosene and a damn match because he set that bitch on fire.
I feel like people sleep on Luda. Luda has such an original like flow, and he's such an original like rapper. Like if you hear Luda, you know that's Luda fucking spitting. Other than these mumble rappers that's out here just all sounding the same, just sounding like carbon copies of each other. And I'm just like, who is this?
Which wasn't a surprise why 2 Chainz came out so original. You understand?
2 Chainz did. I remember he was in there.
He was with DTP for a while, and he came out as one of the most original rappers. Like, yo, I'm not surprised. Luda passed that torch and went straight to Hollywood. Shouts out to him.
Right. So. Yeah, another one. I can't think of any more because it's been so long since I watched BET as a channel, period. But I mean, like the booth was so revolutionary, and the booth, I can say the booth is one of those things that actually helped grow my love for hip hop. You know what I mean? Because watching these dudes in the moment just show us their talent and show us what they really could do, while at the same time exposing some of these goofballs who was out there with just their one-hit wonders in there making a damn fool of themselves, and Tigger trying to cover up for it because he's a nice guy. Could have been my show.
Like the little ass nigga that did the Tipsy song and ain't do shit else after that.
Oh, Jaquan. Yeah,
Jaquan.
His college tuition.
That nigga from St. Louis, he ain't go to no goddamn college.
Jaquan went to college.
Hey, so
producer, Google it.
OCG, since you was a heavy watcher on this joint, what do you think? Oh, he's getting ready to turn his mic on.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me? All right. So yeah, the mic's on. The biggest thing about Basement to me was just like y'all said, like, you know, you exposed a lot of people. Jaquan got exposed. Ludacris walked in there and he impressed people. I mean, so there was only one coin to flip. But the funniest thing is when Tigger himself would have to go in there and try to save somebody. Oh, you can't rap, nigga. You can't rap. And then Tigger walked in and would out-rap the rapper.
Yeah.
That's the shit that killed me. Because Big Ticket would always hold it down because that's his show. He's saving the show. Like,
y'all remember that record he had with R. Kelly?
We're not gonna speak that name on this damn episode. We're not.
Oh, Cassidy in the booth too.
Okay.
Yo, Cassidy was fire.
Nice.
Like a lot of people slept on Cassidy. Yes. Cassidy is fire.
That's because
feel like he should have went so much further in his career than he did, but he was pushing too much weight, and that's what
blame that all on Swiss Beats and his lack of ability to compose an album. Because Swiss Beats was the main producer for all of Cassidy's albums, and Cassidy could flow his ass off.
His songs hit though.
You're right. But again, Swiss Beats, you get one song, everything else is garbage.
No, he had a lot of major songs with Cassidy. He had Hotel. He had My Drink and My Two Step. He had Hustler. He had a lot of songs with Cassidy.
Because that second album that he did, I thought was fire. The Hustler, that whole entire album was vicious. I mean,
I still listen to Hotel, even though R. Kelly is on it literally every month. I'm listening to Hotel.
Your milk status, though. You on your milk chase.
Oh.
No, I'm saying she on her milk chase. That's why she's still listening to R. Kelly. She's trying to remember the game.
Hey, man, I'm an old school throwback hip hop head to the day I die. So
nothing wrong.
fuck R. Kelly. Though. But I give.
Hey, shout out to Trey Proper. What's up with that TB2? But anywho, so yeah,
you out here getting it by the butter rolls. I see you, Trey.
I'm going to buy Little Trey that album for his birthday.
Real quick. This shit got me sweating my ass off. Like that Alizé and Henry, I am literally dripping sweat.
Hey, OCG, the rails, they about to go off the rails at this point in about 5 seconds. So yeah.
Listen.
You was the one that said, let's drink Thug Passion. And I feel like I done lost 10 pounds in the last 30 seconds just sitting here.
No, what y'all niggas don't understand is I keep getting quiet because I'm trying to hold it together. I'm trying. I've already finished my mixing tent. It's done.
Oh shit. Okay, so let's go into the let's go ahead and get into the actual wrestler of the week this week, which is Keep It Hip Hop, R-Truth. So yeah, he goes by a few other names, Ron Killings, which is actually his government name. He also went by K Quick. He made his debut in '97. He formed it. What'd you say?
You said debut.
I said debut.
You said debut.
Debut? You know what the fuck I'm saying?
Definitely said debut.
Stop. Okay, stop that shit. I'm actually on the roll,
Can
man.
we add that to the Herb's words, please?
Fuck it, add it. I don't care. Fuck it.
I didn't know to keep it silent for a long time, Herb. Don't worry, I got you, dog.
Yeah. He made his debut in '97. Formed a tag team with Road Dogg, Getting Rowdy. He was a hardcore champion. I didn't know this. In NWA, he was the first Black world champion. So let's give a shout out to him on that. He was also a tag team champ. In WWE, he was a U.S. champ, tag team champ. Won the second with Carmella. Won the second mixed match challenge. And is a 37-time WWE 24/7 champ.
Hey, Herb.
Yo.
Do you think if I wanted to be a champ like that, if I took that product that y'all was talking about earlier, that I could like possibly become a champ? What was that product you were talking about?
You talking about if you took some Phoenix Fit, would you be able to be a professional wrestler?
Is it a possibility?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say stop it. Phoenix Fit is good, but it ain't that damn good.
Wait, did y'all see Trey's comments? He said, fuck y'all. Look, man.
Listen, we don't get mad at us because we wasn't the ones out here hitting it hard from the back.
Molester.
God. Hey, man.
Truth is definitely, he brings a lot of comedy, and he actually is a pretty decent fucking wrestler. So we give a shout out to our Truth for the wrestler of the week. So, and with that said, we're about to get into this music battle. So, Rita, why don't you start us off with that?
I will. My vote for music battle is original Kanye Backpack versus Yeezy. That's what I'm saying at this point, because they are two separate people. He's a Gemini, so they're two separate whole people. And clearly, right now, the Yeezy personality is the dominant one right now. And I just need original Kanye back. I need that nigga with the backpack. I need Through the Wire Kanye.
Yeah, you need Kanye with his mama.
Yeah, basically. Hey, mama, all of that. I need that one back. I need the college dropout / late registration yay back. That's who I need.
But that's the thing though. Like original Kanye wasn't as fun as crazy as Yeezy is.
Nah, fuck off. Nah. This nigga was mentally stable.
Crazy,
but he was young. He was young. He got a taste of being 30, and he was like, "Oh shit, being rich and 30 ain't really what it's cracked up to be." It hit him hard. That's all it was.
Man, listen, Yeezy gives you Yeezy gives you ugly ass shoes that they overcharge for. He runs for president. He marries Kardashians and makes weird faces when Bruce gives him hugs. It's all types of crazy. Like,
I don't know, man.
It's so much character there.
Oh man, I miss old Yeezy. If you ask me, I miss the old Kanye. Because that college dropout, I still play that to this day.
Man, that late registration is still my shit.
And graduation. Those are my favorite three that he's ever put out. Really, I feel like those are the best three that he's ever going to put out, in my opinion. You still got some like my Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was great, but it didn't hit like that to me.
Also, because in the comments, Xmas Time is here just said I forgot about his clothing line. You get homeless people clothes that they overcharge you for. You don't get that with Backpack Kanye. Backpack Kanye isn't giving you that.
He proved the point though.
He really. So you get regular look the difference with Backpack Kanye versus Yeezy is you get a musical genius or you get a literal villain from Zoolander. He became the villain from Zoolander. And he made the derelict clothing line. Come on, man.
Oh my God.
Oh my
God. Like that's the like this shit is accurate. Like you're so right. But at the same time, I want my musical genius back. Like I want that. Yes. I miss you. Like, yes. Like you and me has never popped my key. I need you back. I need you, my nigga. I need you.
Not the color purple choice.
Transition from Kanye.
All right, who's next?
You said she got to try some Overtime Sims. That's a good transition from Kanye. It's like, I'm like...
you plugging your own shit? Go ahead.
Saying, if Kanye West had a baby, right? If Kanye West had a baby with Maya Angelou, like, it'll be my music. Yeah.
Get this nigga off the show.
So you mean Viola Davis? Because that's who's there.
Look at my hair. I am Viola Davis in hip hop. Look at me.
So you got that ugly ass cry too? When nobody wants to buy your album?
You
got them snot bubbles coming soon.
Looking like a high ass Amanda Waller.
I said I wanted to go for the black Edward Scissorhand, but I couldn't get my hair to stay right there. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, fuck it, Beach Boy.
Oh man.
Shit.
So what's another?
Anybody have a real contribution that they want to put in?
OCG, I don't know if y'all just seen OCG just put the new what's the name?
They couldn't see that. That was so.
No, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you guys. Look at your messenger real quick, because OCG just.
Wait, why are we in the messenger?
No, he just said the, what's the name? The new Herb's word. So that's why.
Bruh.
I'm done.
I wish y'all could see this. We gotta post it later, yo.
Oh man, we gonna post it later.
Gotta post this later.
Y'all are hilarious.
So what else what other battles did y'all want to bring up, Rita?
Nigga, I said somebody else.
I didn't hear you. That's why.
First is the comedic time, and now it's your transition game. God damn it, Herb. Jamie Foxx versus Childish Gambino. That's the battle that I've always wanted to see. Fuck, man.
All right, Renaissance man.
Right. Yes, Jamie Foxx versus Childish Gambino. Both of them are actors and comedians. Both of them are musicians and producers. Both of them have written and were written. I know Childish Gambino is directed. I don't know if Jamie Foxx is directed. I'm pretty sure he's had influence and stuff. But I mean, they both are essentially Renaissance men of our day. They're both they are phenomenally talented gentlemen. Like, look at what happened to Community when Childish Gambino went off the show. It became shit. You know what I mean? Jamie Foxx became in the end of In Living Color. Jamie Foxx was a staple, and they carried him right into the Jamie Foxx Show, which is considered to be one of those revered Black sitcoms. You know what I mean? So I would love to see what they could do in like a piano off or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, the shit would be amazing because they're both ultra talented.
Yeah. If I have to say
who you got?
Man, let me.
I'm
gonna go with
one that you put in with Method Man versus Mos Def.
Yeah,
that was
hold on. Before you get into that, OT looked like he got something you want to say.
I want, you know what, we always, as a society, especially as an African American culture, we always want to divide. I want to see them get together and work on a team, like that one episode of Jamie Foxx when they was trying to come up with the jingle, and it was like, whatever they were saying, I forgot the words, but I want to see these dudes like Childish Gambino, Jamie Foxx, power up, do like a biopic. Oh shit, Childish Gambino, biopic is Jamie Foxx, Chance the Rapper, and that's it. That's hot.
This is the reefer talking right now.
Yeah, no more marijuana for you, my friend. So,
you ever just sit back and watch somebody? You ever just sit back and watch somebody just be smacked? Like, that's literally what I just did. I just sat back and watched them be smacked. Like, look at this. I'm about to write a paper on this nigga for no reason other than my own entertainment.
This is about to hit y'all real eloquent as a motherfucker. Like, I'm about
for real.
To knowledge on y'all niggas.
Right.
No.
So
I'm trying to bring people together.
So, hey, real.
We need to come together and do something like how they did the you tried. No.
This nigga.
All right, man. Let's go into the character of the week real quick. So, yeah, let's go into character of the week. OCG, you got us. Yeah. So here we go.
Character of the week. So today's character of the week is Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim was a independent comic from a Canadian artist named Brian Lee O'Malley. The series is based off a full-time slacker, part-time musician, Scott Pilgrim, who's a bass player in his band, Sex Bob-Ombs, falls in love with this delivery girl and must battle all her ex-boyfriends in order to date her. Side note, Scott Pilgrim is also based off a song from a band called Plumtree that Brian Lee O'Malley heard at a concert, and some of the lyrics inspired him to kind of create a character based off of that song. Now, the comic came out in like 2002 and it had about six volumes. And I want to say around 2009, 2010 is when the series finally came to an end. But most notably, a lot of people know Scott Pilgrim based off of the movie that came out in 2010 starring Michael Cera as the title role of Scott Pilgrim himself. The original Scott Pilgrim comic was also inspired by a lot of manga reading, but at the time in early 2000, the anime boom hasn't quite hit as much, so a lot of his manga and anime was very limited. However, it was enough to inspire him to create a manga style or manga influenced comic book. The movie itself was also visually stunning, and even to this day, by today's standards, has special effects that stand up to the test of time. So yeah, independent comic, made it big. The artist still today is, getting credit for that. I don't think he's created anything else since then. However, Scott Pilgrim, like I said, was stood the test of time, and we salute you. All right, back to you guys.
Okay, Scott Pilgrim is cool and everything, but you know what, OCG, fuck you from the depths of my heart, because you was the one that said we should drink this Thug Passion shit. Rick had to go piss during the character of the week. I had to get a literal towel so I can wipe down because I'm hot as fuck.
Oh, I had to wipe down.
Okay.
No.
So during the meeting this week, yo, that was just a joke.
Wow. Okay.
This is your fault.
This is a disaster. So
That was a joke, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. I made a joke, and they said, let's do it. And I said, I'm not doing that.
That's
and
not
they said,
how
we're
that
doing it
shit
anyway.
happened. I was there.
So speaking of disasters,
This
Rita,
nigga was
why don't
giving
you
all
fill us
that-
in on what happened this Oh, it was Xmas.
Yeah. I was about to say the Scott Pilgrim movie actually pretty much launched the MCU because pretty much everybody who has a role in the MCU is in
Pretty
Scott
much,
Pilgrim.
yeah.
This is true.
We don't talk about Brandon Routh.
Oh man. So speaking of disasters, Rita, what do you have to tell us about with Jada, Will, and August?
Hey,
Man,
hold on real quick. In the comments, Fab, I got you.
I just want to put it out there that Jada's vagina has to rival Erykah Badu's at this point, because Erykah was out here changing lives, having niggas wearing netted fucking hats and shit, whatever them shits is called, and dashikis. This bitch Jada got niggas writing albums about how amazing the vagina was while wearing blonde and burgundy hair. So let's just put that out there. I'm just saying.
So I'm gonna say this real quick. I just want to jump in here. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna jump right back out. I was one of them niggas that made fun of Common and Andre 3000 after they got with Erykah Badu, and I was also one of them people who and Jay Electronica. Like, everybody who Erykah Badu turned out, you know what I mean. Then August Alsina, there's part of me that wanted to make fun of him too. I'm just gonna say this: I understand, my nigga, and if you ever need a shoulder to cry on, call me, because I not only have I been there, I'm there right now. So hit your boy up. We can talk about some shit because I got a lot of thing I got to do about some shit. So
he got turned out. He got turned out by Gail.
I understand. By who?
By Gail.
By Gail? You mean Oprah's girlfriend? Nigga, cut it out. No. But no, listen. I understand. I've been there. I sympathize with you. If I had hair to dye, my shit would be purple and blue right now because I'm lost in the galaxy. Jumping back out.
I swear, it is kind of funny because even Pop came over there and said like, I could climax without having sex with you, and I was like, nigga, what is you talking about?
Man, listen, nigga, going back and reanalyzing that shit cut me deep. It cut me deep.
And then you see August coming out there with that red skin color hair that he got, looking like fucking, what's her name? Should have cheated. What's her name?
Keisha Cole. Looking like Keisha Cole.
Looking like Keisha Cole and shit. Looking like fucking, what's her name? Nas' ex-wife. I hate you so much. Right?
Looking like Khaleesi and Keisha Cole had a twin, but it was a male.
So, question,
he's there
real quick,
X23.
while we're talking about it, Do we think Trey's not here to defend himself, which is perfect? Do we think that is the reason why little Trey was conceived at TP2? It was just too much. He was just overstimulated, and his pullout game got real bad. And that's why little Trey got here. I mean, let's just talk about this for a moment. He already said fuck y'all, so he might as well keep it going.
Oh shit! God damn it, man!
Listen.
Just saying.
I'm not gonna address my cousin's pullout game, even though it's weak. But you know, again, I'm not here to make fun or any of that, because I'm just gonna say I understand where all of these dudes are coming from. My ass
Holy shit!
I was sitting in my front yard on a swing.
Oh shit!
Wait.
I really tried. I really tried because y'all know I'm at work, but y'all want to keep playing games. I really tried to be quiet and stay out of this. Camera guy, you can cuss me out all you want. I know y'all live, but you know what? All of y'all can kiss my black ass. You understand what I'm saying? I gotta go back to work now. Get your fucking transitions together. How about that? Get your transitions together. Get your comedy together. Do better.
First of all, this episode is hilarious, so fuck you. Okay, this episode is hilarious. To the point that you felt like you needed to jump on. So you must be doing something right.
That was surreal. What just happened?
Real quick, OT, I'll say this. Sometimes Mr. Petty and Mr. Proper, when they're not involved with the show, they get a little bit jealous because we're having a little bit too much fun. They gotta jump in. They gotta jump in.
Include y'all in on the festivities.
Right, we were including them in. I mean, Trey just felt some type of way, so he had to jump in here with that salt and pepper beard.
Hey, Trey, I don't see nothing wrong with you jumping in. Pause.
No.
Pause.
Ask permission.
No.
Before anybody jumps in.
Overtime, that wasn't it. It wasn't. Nothing wrong. Wasn't even on TP2.
Oh, I don't know.
Fucking R. Kelly, man.
Look, I'm 29.
Hold on.
I ain't listen to that shit.
Real quick, we got to do something real quick. We really have to do something. It's something that we forgot. Being as though Mr. Proper just jumped in here, I'm going to make another. Look, so Mr. Proper jumped in, and you could tell that he was out there working, out there doing his job, slinging those packages. But at the same time, his beard was looking majestic and very, very trimmed. That's because we are sponsored by Beard Struggle. Beard Struggle will help you get your beard game up. As you can tell, over the weeks, my beard has gotten a little bit better. You know what I mean? It's getting fuller. I'm taking care of it. You can go on Beard Struggle. Again, go on blerdsandwhiskey.com. Click on the link. Beard Struggle. Our promo code is BLERDS1. Get you 15% off all your purchases. Get your beard nice and full looking, so that when you out there sweating and humping and pumping and bumping around in the sun, your beard is going to look nice and full and all salt and pepper,
majestic and comfortable.
Yeah, he got. Nick, listen,
we got to comb for the beard.
Exactly. In the comments, Mr. Proper said he got heat for us next week. Also, Beard Struggle has a heated comb to help you get your beard to look nice and full. Hey, and look. So, real quick, add aside Trey Proper. So we joining?
Uh-oh.
That's what I'm saying. We joining?
Hey, everybody, get your popcorn ready next week. This is gonna be fun.
I'm ready. Let's do it,
man.
He really uses that beard stuff because I was on there with these guys earlier this week, and it was glistening. I said, "What are y'all using?" He didn't want to tell me. He said, "You gotta wait for the show, And you motherfuckers, that's what it is. Beard struggle. Now I know. I've been having a beard struggle. And
yes, you are.
We got that. We got that.
Yes,
what's his name? We got the beard.
We got the comfortable at all.
I always go bald so that it can smooth sit. It's a smooth.
No.
It's like a.
If you have been watching episodes consistently, comfortability is what we are looking for, and it don't look comfortable. So therefore, you are in a struggle, and you need to get you some.
So what you
let's talk about that because
what you saying?
Tried it.
What she's saying is if you want your face to be a saddle, you're gonna have to get some hair on that bitch. You get it?
Yeah, we got that scrub butter for you, dog. If you need to go on there, go on to blursandwhiskey.com. Go ahead and look in our in where our sponsors are. Go and get you some beer, stubble scruff bomb, and go and get yourself taken care of.
Get you some and get some and God damn it.
So like we said earlier in the show today,
the newest hoodie coming, Herb
Since these guys are tormenting me in the worst way, why don't we go to the part where we're talking about worst movies, movies?
Hold on. Mr. Petty said in the comment, Mr. Petty in the comments said Herb sponsors word struggle.
Hooked on Phonics is going to be our next sponsor, I guarantee you.
No, all y'all can kiss my motherfucking ass, okay?
We got you dripping wet from the way we make you sweat. Give me some of that.
So, I want to lead this on with the worst music movies.
Whoa!
So I gotta say, and I know I got a homie looking at this joint because she's a big fan of this person. I thought Glitter was the worst music movie ever.
Wait, so you just gonna take my?
No, I didn't know that it was yours. I said
that in the pre-show.
Before,
I specifically brought up the Mariah Carey movie.
I wasn't
with
even
the
listening.
glitter shit, and when I specifically brought it up, so you just going to snatch my shit? Is what you saying?
I didn't snatch it. I said I thought that shit was really the worst fucking music movie ever. I thought it was. So I mean, I'm not stealing nothing. I ain't got shit.
You should have co-signed it instead of presented it as your own, and that's what you just did just now.
If anything, I have I've been recurring as fucking up words. I haven't stole shit. Okay?
Yes, you do.
When?
That's what you're known for.
OCG's coming on.
All right. Herb, I need you to stop because you definitely have done all of the above. Let's just not. Nope. Let it go.
Anywho, I ain't hear her say that shit. I thought Glitter was fucking garbage.
How, Sway? How?
I thought the shit was garbage. I didn't hear what you said.
He was given a tour of the new house. Congratulations.
No, this was before that. This was when we were talking about it on Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Look, for all y'all who don't know, we have a meeting on Thursday when we talk about the show on Sunday. And I most motherfucking definitely said that Glitter was some shit. And we talked about how it was a remake. And then now when we want to talk about worst movies, this nigga want to come and try to be the first one to talk about how
she got the neck. She got the neck going. She got the neck going.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Hold
on. Okay, so yeah, but moving forward. Okay, you know what, Rita? Go ahead and take it. I got another one. So go ahead.
Nope. What do you think? You said Glitter. I got another one.
Okay, go ahead. Say how much you made it.
As hard as epic as this movie was. Okay, but it was also terrible when you think about musical movies. Okay, and this breaks my heart. Pootie Tang. Pootie Tang was hilarious in so many ways, but when you think about it being a musical movie, the shit sucked because the nigga did an album with him saying nothing but just making no, like it was silent.
Musical genius. Musical genius. You don't understand how many hard nights Pootie Tang got me through in college. That's how I studied for my finals, is watching Pootie Tang. That shit was amazing. And I have an extensive DVD collection that I purged down. Pootie Tang is the most valuable DVD that I own. And I own some bangers.
Amazing. I said it. The movie itself is hilarious. It's so classic. Rare. But when you think about musical movies, the shit sucks. But when you think about comedy, it was amazing. So you just gotta look at it like that.
Real quick, the comments. Somebody called her Carlos Mencia of the show. God damn it. God damn it.
Spoiler. New shirt.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. If you guys want to say, I got something else. What's the name?
No. It's my turn. It's my turn. So you guys gave some good, terrible musical movies, but I'm going to give the worst. The worst musical movie is Cats 2019.
Yeah, no, bro, it really is. It really is.
For one reason and one reason only. Fuck the bad CGI, fuck the overacting, fuck all of that.
Oh, you're talking about the recent Cats. You're not talking about...
Yes. I'm talking about the 2019 Cats. fuck all of the bad movie making shit aside. There is a butthole version of Cats where they are CGIing cat anuses onto the cast of Cats.
Wait, they put cat. Oh,
they put actual anuses. You know how when you look at a cat and you see the anus under the tail, there is a version of Cats where they have CGI'd the cat anuses onto these human people in cat costumes. That makes it the worst.
What about Nick Cannon and Chirac?
Nobody's seen it.
Which is why it's the worst.
Bruh, hold on. Listen. Chirac, because it has some like some shit that's relatable today. Cat anuses on people dressed up as cats. Buttholes that look like this. Buttholes. Cat buttholes. They put them on there. They put them on there. There was a company that was hired specifically to CGI fucking anuses on these people.
That's true. Oh my God. Is that on Disney?
No, hell no. Hell no. I hope that movie never gets put out on anything ever. Idris Elba should be ashamed of his goddamn self. Idris Elba, Judi Dench, James Corden, fucking Rebel Wilson, everybody that had anything to do with that movie, be a fucking ashamed of yourself. Taylor Swift, all of you. You fucking were in a movie where they put a fucking cat anus on you. Cat anus.
Oh, shit. OCG got something to say.
Okay, so while the cat anus version is true, it's not any of the actors' fault. That was a post-production decision made after everybody got paid for their role already. Disclaimer. Disclaimer.
And listen, if I was in that movie and I find out the director is fucking CGIing a cat anus on my character, guess what's gonna happen? He's gonna get these paws. I'm not gonna have a fucking cat anus CGI'd on me. Cat anus! Cat anus!
Oh, fuck it, man. Oh, man. We got, yeah, so.
Okay, can we wrap it up on a positive note?
Yeah, we can.
Sure, so we can move off of cat anuses.
Yeah, we can wrap it up on
with our favorite albums of all time. I feel like we should end on a positive note.
Yes,
and let's
agree.
end with that. So, Herb, what are your top 3 favorite albums?
Real quick. I gotta address something in the comments. LaGrange, I will beat your ass. No, I will beat your ass.
Oh man. So let's get into my top 3 of all time. I have to say, my top 3 of all time has got to be "Reasonable Doubt" by Jay-Z. He's my all-time favorite artist. I got my introduction into hip hop with his I got my introduction with what's the name, Hard Knock Life, but I actually got my real introduction into how great of as a lyrical genius he is with "Reasonable Doubt." And it kind of changed my life. Going to the second one, I have to say the Carter 2. Before Wayne started really tripping on all his drugs and his dreads start fucking up and everything, Carter 2 was one of my favorite all-time art albums of all time.
That was a good one.
Don't his dreads now look like one? Oh, God. All right.
And the last one I have to say is To Pimp a Butterfly. I thought about as far as like how it was actually produced and how it was put together. Not only did you have phenomenal songs, you had also like after every single track, he had this one poem that pretty much lead up to him talking to Tupac. I thought that shit was legendary. It's one of my all-time favorite albums, but yeah, that's my 3 favorite hip-hop albums of all time.
Rick, what you got?
Don't Lil Wayne look like one of those Play-Doh joints with his dreads now? It just looked like shit squirting out the top of his head.
You're supposed to be giving us the albums.
Yeah, I know.
Who you got?
Ladies,
Look.
My top 3 influential albums. Man, I don't know. Like honestly, like I've really been thinking about this all week. I really have. I've been thinking about it all week. I don't have a top 3 of influential albums. I listen to music. My music interest varies so much. You know what I mean? There I really don't have any just one personal album that just like I just go to and it's just gonna make me feel better. Because I'm all over the place. You know what I mean? One minute I'm listening to like anybody who's ridden in the car with me, you know, 1 minute I'm listening to DC 101, then I'm listening to WPGC. Then I can turn to fucking I don't know the classical station because Thug Passion. But you know, it's
3.
I don't got 3. I can't name 3. I really don't have 3.
What's the first one that pops in your head?
So
it really the first album that will pop into my head, and I don't know why this is the first album that pops in my head. It's probably because one of the first albums I bought is Crucial Conflict, Hey in the Middle of the Barn.
Oh yeah.
That's so weird. That's so weird. Like that's literally the first album that popped in my head. It's probably because it's the first album that I bought. It's the first album that, like, I'll just say this: it's the first album that I bought with my own money, and I used to bump the shit out of that joint. Like, I actually got it to the point where I could rap as fast as them corny motherfuckers could. So, hey, but
all right, overtime. Let's share
OT, because this
your
nigga look
top
like he
3.
about to fall asleep on the mic.
Don't do that. Excuse me. Yeah, absolutely. So I wrote these down. My number 1 will be All Me, No Filter by Overtime Sims. It resonates with me. It really does. Like when I hear him talk about getting married at a young age, I could really relate to him as a person and an artist.
You mean when you hear yourself?
Then it would be I Think I'm Funny by Overtime Sims. It's because I went through a time in my life where I thought I was funny and I tried to do comedy just like he did. But he actually did that shit, so I said, fuck it. And then my third one would have to be The Life of the Kid 2 by Overtime Sims. And that was just at a stage in my life where I really just grew the fuck up. So, man, if I could do one more, The Life of the Kid, the first one, that one I had Curtis Blow on. But yeah, man, just check me out on Spotify, Overtime Sims. Oh, don't do that.
So this nigga just Dylon.
OT. Oh shit. Oh
my
man.
very first album. Yeah, my very first album.
You did an album with Curtis Blow?
My very first studio recorded album.
That's actually dope as fuck.
It really is.
He started mentoring me and like taking me around, showing me the ropes and everything. And
was he still on the blow at that time?
Was he still? No. He was smoking cigarettes though. That was surprising. And that was like, I was like, oh my God, he's a pastor. But you know, now that I'm over 25, I get that sometimes you gotta smoke a cigarette. You know what I mean? You gotta smoke a cigarette sometimes. You know, but yeah, so he started mentoring me, and we got this song called My Drive, which helped put me on a lot because now the way the Spotify algorithm works, I'm on his like official Curtis Blow playlist, and like I just be getting fans from like, you know, and I'm like, I'm so blessed. So, you know, but yeah, but you know, gloss over that. You know, check me out on Spotify Overtime.
Oh shit! Wait, we cannot.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to cut you off.
I see it. Go ahead.
Fuck fucking said Reverend Blow. Question mark.
Exactly. Thank you. That's what
The fact that you are still able to remain as petty as you are in the comment section is a talent. And that's all I'm going to say.
Wow.
So I'm going to give my top 3. So this is my turn. And so this helped when I give my top 3. The ratchet ghetto, which version of Rita would you see today? Because I can be a little classy and I can be a little ratchet, which is why I'm the bougetto version of who I am today. So
I ain't got no roof.
One that influenced me. Album number 1 that influenced me to want to make sure that my knees were always in top performance was the Kima, Keisha, and Pam album by Total.
Okay.
Listen, what y'all don't understand is I loved Keisha with them goddamn paw prints on her thighs. Nigga.
You had me at knees intact.
Kima, Keisha, and Pam album was the album that just wanted me to make sure that my knees were in top performing status at all times. Next, we have the D'Angelo Brown Sugar album, because I want to love you the way that you deserve. This nigga done got naked.
Wow. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
This nigga just said D'Angelo, and that's the first thing that this nigga thought of.
Wait a minute.
How did you feel? God damn, man. God damn it.
Oh, shit. I hate y'all. Anyway, the D'Angelo Brown Sugar album, I can literally listen to it from beginning to end. And he will make you have all the emotions. He'll make you feel like you in love. He'll make you feel like, do I want to be a sword for my man? He'll make you feel like, well, God damn it, do I want to commit a 187? It's just so many aspects off of the Brown Sugar album that literally changed my life. The other one, the final one for me, because I am a 90s R&B fan to the death of me, is the Usher Confessions album.
Fuck that album. You know why? Because I went through a whole bunch of shit with that album.
Will forever be a classic.
Sorry, go ahead.
That shit will forever be a fucking classic. Because it was like, you know what? I might have cheated a little bit here and there, but you still my shit at the same time. And I was like, I don't really cheat, but I get what you saying. So that's where I'm at right now, because that shit is classic.
Got it. So
fuck that album.
I don't really cheat right now. Totally understand.
Wait.
You don't cheat right now?
That's what you said.
That's what you said.
Hey, real quick, can we wrap the show up? Because I really got to pee again.
Okay, so let's get to the ending of this, guys. It's been a pleasure having the homie Overtime Sims on. We're gonna have him again next week because this is a 2-part music episode. So be sure to check us out on blursandwhiskey.com. That's the one-stop shop for everything. You got FNX Fit. Once again, the promo code is FNX Blurs 13. That's FNX Blur 13. And also Beer Struggle is on there as well. The promo code is Blurs 1. Be sure to go on there to look at Darling Nikki with Sketchlings. Be sure to get all your promo or your merch. Like you can get this cup right here that has all of us on here. You can get all the stickers, all the t-shirts, everything. So let's wrap this up real quick. As we always do every week, up to it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to it. Drink, motherfucker, drink.
This thing got a THC pen.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and that technicolor rainbow in between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Big Herb.
And thank you for watching Blurs and Whiskey.
Be sure to like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms.
And check us out on blursandwhiskey.com.
Be sure to get that merch.
And come take this shot.